Okay, so here's the worksheet for, why is this crooked? Here's the worksheet number 2 for circles. Here's the notes. Right, I gave you this worksheet. If you're not in class, well, you can print it out. I included it there in Schoology. Print it out. If not, well, just copy it on your own. Here's the notes. I'm going to go through them real quick. First of all, the equation of a circle. You have to know what it is. You should have learned it by completing yesterday's assignment. Anybody can tell me what the equation of a circle is? It's supposed to be this. X minus h squared plus, so I got the x squared here, plus, and then I'm going to have the y squared, y minus k squared. They both have to be squared. This is squared and this is squared. Equals to what? Equals to the radius. The r stands for the radius. This is the equation of a circle. This is what it needs to look like. And that's what the problems and the equations look like on yesterday's assignment. Today, you're kind of going backwards. We're doing the same thing. Today, they're giving you the center and the radius. You got to write the equation. Okay? So what's the only thing to? Oh, by the way, the center is, right? The number next to the x is your x coordinate, right? So it's actually not x, it's h. And the one next to the y is going to be your y coordinate, which is k, right? Your center is going to be hk, this number here, but you got to remember to do the opposite. You see this is negative h, and here it says positive h. It's the opposite. Whatever it says here, if it says negative 5, you put positive 5, right? Okay. Same thing here. And then this is the radius squared. Well, we're going to have the radius, and you just got to square it, okay? R is for radius. Okay, so if I have a center and a radius, how would I write this equation? Well, remember this is my x and this is my y, so this one would be what? Parentheses x. Am I going to put minus 13 squared? I mean, it says negative 13, no. Remember you do the opposite, right? So that should be x plus 13 squared plus, what's this one going to be? This is 8, positive 8, but you do the opposite. Is equal to, now the radius is 5. If the radius is 5, what's the radius squared? 25. If the radius is 5, then this has to be the radius square. This has to be 25. That would be the equation of a circle with a center at negative 13, right? Because you do the opposite, negative 13, positive 8, and the radius of 5, right? Because you would square root 25, you get 5. Okay, what about this one? Well, you know what? We already have the center and the we already have the center. I already know how to write that. Worry about the radius. I already know the radius, but I need the radius squared. If the radius is the square root of 11, what's the radius squared? Well, if I square this side and I square this side, what do you get? You get r squared equals what? 11. Hi, Jacqueline. Okay, I think you sit in the front. Yeah, right there next to Cecilia. Everybody agree the square root of 11 times another square root of 11 is just 11? Or the square and the square root cancel out? Okay, so this equation is going to be what? X plus 7 squared, right? The opposite of negative 7, positive 7. Plus y, that's a positive 14, so negative 14 squared equals? And then we just found out the r squared is 11, so 11. All right. I think we got it. But what about number 3? I'm gonna see what you get here for this. If they give you this thing on the radius here, something like that. If the radius is 4 root 2, I need to know what the radius squared is. Well, that means I square both sides. If I square both sides, what do you get? I need to know the radius squared. Well, that's going to be the radius squared is equal to 4 root 2 squared means what? It means 4 root 2 times another one like it, isn't it? Like that? Another one. Doesn't it mean 2 of them like that? Okay, anybody remember how we multiply this? Did we do this last semester? Okay, I'm going to tell you. How many 4s are there? Because those are the whole numbers. How many are there? There's 2. So I'm going to put them in the front. 4 times 4. And how many of these square root of 2s are there? 2 of them, right? I'm going to put those in the back. Isn't this really going to be 4 times 4 times what? What's the square root of 2 times another square root of 2? It's just 2. So what did you get for the number for the r squared? Well, 4 times 4 is 16. 16 times 2, 32. Ah, what the? I said 32 and I wrote 36. What the? That's the radius squared. That's what I need. I don't need the center. That part's already there. That part's easy. You need to square the radius. Okay, now we can write the equation. What's going to be the equation for this one? That's going to be x minus 3 squared, right? The opposite, yeah? Plus y what? Not minus 13, the opposite. Plus 13 squared equals 32. Okay, not too much different from yesterday, yeah? Yesterday they gave you this, right? They gave you the equation. Your answers was to give the center and the radius. See, today I'm giving you the center and the radius, and I'm telling you, produce the equation. Okay, that's easy? Yeah? Okay, do number 4. Number 4, they don't give you a center and a radius. They give you a picture, a graph of a circle. Anybody know how to find the equation? If they just give you a graph, they give you nothing else. How would you find the equation if they just give you a graph? Well, hello, what 2 pieces of information have we been... Well, the center and the radius. Well, can you tell me what the center and the radius is? I mean, they're not going to give it to you directly, but you can find it. Let's see. The center is I got the center at 4, -1. Is that good? Is that good for everybody? Yeah, 4, -1. I got the center. Yeah, but not right now. That's the center. Don't do the opposite right now. That's when you write the equation. Good question. You guys see that? Don't come here and say, oh yeah, that's at -4, +1. Oh, no. No, that is the center. That's where it is. And the radius is 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, we got the radius at 3. All right, if the radius is 3, then what's the radius squared? Then square both sides, you get 9, no? Oh, yeah. Okay, now you can write the equation. Now I have the center and the radius, or the radius squared now. Write the equation. That's going to be x minus 4 squared plus y plus 1 squared, right? Equals, and I already squared the radius. The radius is 3, but I already squared it, so it's Okay, we got it. All right, let's do the last two very quickly. Number 5 here. It doesn't give you the center of the radius, but you have to find it. Okay, the center is, I think it's right here. I got -1, -2. Is that what you guys get?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yeah? Okay. That looks about right. That's the center. Oops. -1, -2. Okay, and the radius is not 3. It is 1, 2, 3. I got 4. The radius is 4. Bless you. Okay, write the equation of this circle. What are you going to write for this? Well, x minus 1? No, not the same. Opposite. X plus 1 squared plus y. Opposite again. Equals. Not r. You got to square it. Well, if I square it, it's going to be 16, right? That's 4, and if I square it, it's 16. Okay. You see? Easy. Easy now that you get it and you see how you look at it, and now that you're familiar with the equation. I saved the best one for last. Oh, yeah. Why is this one the best one for last? Because the center is at 0, 0. 0, 0 is, zeros are numbers, 0 is a location, 0, 0 is a location. So, and then the radius is 5? Okay. Well, you're supposed to write it like this. You're supposed to put, now 0 isn't positive, 0 isn't negative. You're supposed to write x minus 0 squared plus y minus 0 squared, or plus squared, whatever, equals what? 25. So you're supposed to have that, right? Because I'm supposed to see numbers here. And if I see a 0 and a 0, well, I know it's 0, 0. Oh, yeah, for the radius, you got to square it. The square root of the 5 squared, 25. But you didn't see it like that, right? On the homework yesterday, what did you see? You see this would just be x squared plus y squared equals, yeah. So when it doesn't have numbers, that's why. That means that the number for that variable is a 0. That's what that means. So, okay, there it is. So easy. Okay.